get started. Let's go ahead and start the recording.
This meeting is being recorded.
Well, welcome to the call, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mark. I'll be your host. We're very excited about the information we're going to be sharing with you today. We've got an amazing smart contract called TRX Visage, which gives us the ability to partner together to crowdfund and to get the funding that we need to accomplish our personal business and charitable projects. Anyone can do this from anywhere around the world with as little as $6 or $7 one time out of pocket. We have one goal, ladies and gentlemen, that is to grow the community and empower and help as many people as we possibly can. And that's what we're all about in this group. And we're so glad you were able to take some time to join us here. So we still have people logging in, and that's a good thing. If you're here for the first time, you certainly want to take out a pen and a piece of paper to jot down a few notes. So now, before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, I really want to share with you the whole idea of community wealth building. And if you can understand what community wealth building is, and if you can understand why we are coming together, I think it will help you to be able to share this more freely with other people. We're all about not only empowering ourselves, but we're about empowering others economically, especially right now during these challenging times. And of course, with COVID-19 taking place and so many businesses, having been interrupted by the various things that are going on around the world, people suffer the most. But there is hope, ladies and gentlemen, and that's why we're here on this call tonight to share with you the hope that is available to you and I when we come together in support of one another. So what I'm going to do here is stop my screen here, and I'm going to go to another PowerPoint, all right? And I want to share with you the idea of community wealth building. If you can wrap your head around this idea, ladies and gentlemen, you can understand exactly why we're doing what we're doing and why you absolutely want to get involved and why you want to share this with others. So we're going to talk about community wealth building in the internet age. Once we break down this concept, ladies and gentlemen, then we're going to show you the vehicle that makes this a reality for you and I and anyone else who wants to partner up with us. So with that, let's go ahead and get into it. So why community wealth building? Why would communities, why would families, why would small groups, why would organizations, why would they want to partner together in order to build wealth? All right. Well, there's several main reasons, but the first reason, ladies and gentlemen, is this right here. It's called wealth inequality. And you may not have ever seen this before, but this is called the global wealth pyramid. What is this referring to? This is showing you that 8% of the world's richest people control 82% of the wealth, ladies and gentlemen. When people talk about pyramids, people freak out all the time. Pyramid is kind of like a four-letter word, but what they fail to tell you is that the entire global system is built on a pyramid. Here it is right here. Your job is a pyramid. The fiat currency system is a pyramid, ladies and gentlemen, with certain people that have the control and they have the wealth. All right. But when you and I talk about coming together and supporting one another, then it becomes a pyramid. It's all of a sudden it's a negative thing, but everything we're dealing with is a pyramid. But you also need to understand what a pyramid is. All right. When they say negative, this sounds like a pyramid. What they're saying is this: the person at the top is making all of the money, is making most of the money. All right. One of the reasons you're going to know why the vehicle that we're using here today is not a pyramid is because that statement is totally not true. Anyone can generate more funding than the person who started before them, because it's not about how much, it's not about when you start, ladies and gentlemen, it's about what you do after you start. You're going to understand that in a few moments. So you need to get that out of your mind. That's some programming that's been given to us. But the fact of the matter is that the entire global wealth system is a pyramid, as you can see on this screen here. But this program we're going to be sharing with you absolutely is not. Now, I want you to see this. When you start looking at wealth inequality around the world, let's look at the United States. All right. Many people think that United States is the wealthiest country in the world, but when you look at different ethnic groups, you begin to see that some groups aren't doing as well as other groups. Isn't that interesting? This is all fact based on 2019 data, ladies and gentlemen. But it's not just the United States, it's also all around the world. Okay. So let's see what happened here. I got a little mix up on my little slides here. Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm going to move this slide out of the way. And this slide needs to be about right there. All right. There we go. Let's save that, get that in the right place, and then we'll continue on. There we are. So when you look at the entire globe, ladies and gentlemen, you begin to see this wealth inequality all over. If you're looking at the red indicates the poorest countries in the world. Of course, you see Africa, you see Asia and the Middle East, ladies and gentlemen, some parts of Europe, and also some parts of South America, ladies and gentlemen. It is widespread wealth inequality. The wealthiest community in the world is Monaco. All right. The poorest country in the world is the Republic of the Congo. Now let's go ahead and go to another page here. I want you to see this. All right, so here is a list of the communities around the world, and these are the countries around the world. And you can see here that the poorest country, ladies and gentlemen, is the Republic of Congo at $43 a month. All right. But you can also see these are 78 countries here. You can see the last 30 countries, ladies and gentlemen. These last 30 countries, the people don't even earn $1,000 a month. Okay. So how can you succeed, accomplish your goals, put your kids in college, buy a house? How can you do that if you're not even earning $1,000 a month, ladies and gentlemen? All right. So there definitely is an issue, but there is also a solution. And that's what we're talking about here tonight. Now, throughout history, people have always found ways to empower themselves economically, especially when they couldn't depend on the governments, they couldn't depend on the banks. They recognized that they could depend on one another. What I'm going to show you today is nothing new, ladies and gentlemen. It's just improved because of technology. But back in the day, they used to do something called ROSCA, stands for Rotating Savings and Credit Association. It was a way that people came together in order to accumulate the money they needed to do the things they wanted to do. And it was a form of peer-to-peer banking, ladies and gentlemen. And it has a name all around the world. If you're looking on my screen here, you can see the various names. Cometi in Pakistan. You can see in the West Indies, Partner in Hand in Mexico, Candinas. All right. It had a name in every part of the world. It's something that people had to do because they really had to do it out of necessity. All right. So this is the historic point of view of what we're doing today, where it comes from. OK, now, and it's perfectly legal, by the way, it always has been. Another Pacific way of doing this is something called the SUSU. Many of us have heard of that. That's being done right now in many different ways, but it is limited as to the size of the community. And therefore, that's going to limit the funding. And so now you have crowdfunding. All right. So back in the day, you had gifting. All right. And other little programs that people came up with, and they were all considered illegal. But right now, they're actually all legal because they fall under the category of crowdfunding. What is crowdfunding? It's the practice of funding a project or venture by raising money, small amounts of money from a large number of people. All right. Small amounts of money from a large number of people, typically via the internet. All right. Crowdfunding is a form of crowdsourcing or alternative financing. In 2015 alone, over $34 billion was raised worldwide by crowdfunding. So it's a way that anybody can come together and support themselves. So you might say, well, Mark, where did this even come from? Well, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. It was signed into law in 2012 through the Jobs Act because of the recession that took place from about 2008 to about that time. And the reason they did it is because the banks weren't lending to entrepreneurs. All right. So they created a way that entrepreneurs could literally receive contributions from the general public without even providing them with a product, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So crowdfunding is a way that anyone can get the funding they need to accomplish their goals, personal, business, or charitable, without grants, without loans, without any repayments ever, and no product needs to be given. You need to understand this. All right. This is all legal and it's legal all around the world. Okay. But let's take it to the next level. Because of technology, because of the internet, and because of cryptocurrency, we are able to build communities and generate money at unprecedented levels because of cryptocurrency. Okay, so what is cryptocurrency? It's a digital asset, ladies and gentlemen, internet money, virtual currency, designed to work as a medium of exchange wherein individual coin ownerships are stored in a ledger, existing in the form of a computerized database using cryptography to secure the transactions, to control the creation of additional coins, and to verify the transfer of coin ownership. It's a way that people can do business on the internet without total dependence, ladies and gentlemen, on the central banks. All right, on the Visa and the MasterCards. Cryptocurrency typically use decentralized control as opposed to centralized digital currency or central banking system. It's a way that the middle class around the world can do business without dependence on those entities that want to take a piece of our hard-earned money every time we transact business anywhere. All right. So this is where the middle class needs to be. This is a better way. This is why cryptocurrency has been around for, guess what, since 2009. So let's talk about that. What's the number one cryptocurrency in the world? It is Bitcoin. They say it's the greatest investment in the history of mankind. Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency invented in 2009 by an unknown person or group using the name of Satoshi Nakamoto. It started in 2009 with its implementation, and it was released as an open source software. It's a decentralized digital currency without a central bank or a single administrator that can be sent from user to user on a peer-to-peer Bitcoin network, which is called the blockchain. So it enables us to do business with one another, to support and fund one another without interference of a third party. Okay, so what I'm about to share with you today would not be possible if it were not for the information that I'm sharing with you right now. So now let's go a little further. The next thing that makes this possible is one of the latest technologies called smart contract. All right. So you might say, Mark, what is the smart contract? A smart contract is a self-executing contract with the terms of the agreements between the buyers and the sellers being directly written into lines of code. The code in the agreements contained therein exists across distributed, decentralized blockchain networks. The code controls the execution, and the transactions are trackable and irreversible. Once the smart contract is written and the code, computer code, is released to the blockchain, it cannot be changed by anyone, and it will last as long as the internet and the blockchain exists. Somebody would literally have to turn off the power to the internet around the entire world at the same time to shut down the blockchain. So we're talking about something that is trustful. It doesn't have a third party. It has no mediators. Nobody can change it. It will last as long as the internet exists, and it is long term. Now, what you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, is that this is exactly where we want to be. See, a traditional contract would involve two parties. You would have to actually sign a piece of paper, and somebody would have to execute that. But smart contracts are computer code. If this happens, then that must happen. It executes itself based on the computer code that is written. And what it does, ladies and gentlemen, it eliminates the reduction or the need of intermediaries, arbitration, and enforcement costs, and also it eliminates fraud. Okay, so now when you put all these things together that I share with you, you've got a way that we can come together and support one another and build a community that literally wraps around the world, and the funding potential is absolutely life-changing. That's what I'm about to share with you, it makes possible. But it couldn't happen without this information that I just shared with you right here. This is all part of the future. You know, I heard someone say one time that there were three kinds of people: people who make things happen, people who watch things happen, and people who scratch their heads and say, what just happened? Well, this just happened, ladies and gentlemen. It's happening right now, and it's helping people get to the next level, no matter where they live around the world. All right. This is all about building a community of people who support one another. So here's what I want you to understand. Years ago, people used to come together and help each other build houses. The way it worked is you would lend your time in the community helping to build someone else's house, even if all you could do was clean up, pass lumber, cook, or maybe even you were a skilled craftsman, but everybody had to do something. Then in return, the community would come over and help you build your house. What made it work, ladies and gentlemen, is everybody did something. When everybody participates, it's called leverage, and everybody does better. In this vehicle that I'm going to share with you today, that's how it works. It's not about you get involved and you do nothing. It's you get involved and you participate. It's active participation. What is the participation? Grow the community. Let's empower people all across the globe. Anybody who wants to work to help, invite them to join us, share the information with them, give them an opportunity to join us. What is so profound about this concept is that if everybody simply went out and referred three people who were active, the community would explode, so would the funding, and people would be able to get the money they need to accomplish their goals. We're just talking about a minimum of three people who will also be active. And if you invite someone here and they don't do anything, they become inactive, you simply replace them with somebody else. And there is no limit to the number of people that you can invite to participate in smart contract crowdfunding that we're going to share with you right now. Hopefully, you caught that. If you caught that, you can be on your way to an awesome 2020, 2021, and beyond. All right. So now let's go ahead and talk about the vehicle that makes this possible for us. And that vehicle, ladies and gentlemen, and that technology and smart contract is called TRX Facade. Now, Facade has already broken records. TRX stands for Tron. It's the number 15 cryptocurrency in the world. Facade has already broken records, ladies and gentlemen. It has already paid out hundreds of millions of dollars in just 9 short months to hundreds of thousands of people, ladies and gentlemen. And it's the first to ever do it. But there were some challenges with Ethereum. Ethereum was so successful with smart contracts and something known as decentralized finance that it drove the transaction fees through the roof. And so the developers had to go back to the drawing board and find a cryptocurrency where the transaction fees would not be high. And they found that with Tron. All right. So we're going to talk about this a little bit. All right. All right. All right. Okay. So I'm moving so fast that I pull up the wrong PowerPoint, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and go directly to the website. Stand by for one moment. All right. So we can take our time with this to make sure that you get a thorough understanding of what we're doing and what we are talking about. So let me just do this 1 second. All right. Give me 1 second. I want to do this right. And it'll just take me a second to pull up a different PowerPoint. So let me do that right now. All right. 1 second. We still have people coming in. Welcome to the call, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's see if I can find the correct PowerPoint here. All right. That's not the correct one. One more time. Okay. Almost ready here. Just bear with me 1 second. Oh, okay. Here it is. Okay, great. Okay, we found what we needed. Now we continue. Okay, great. So we're talking about TRX Facade, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and break it down for you to help you understand how this smart contract can help you and I accomplish our economic goals. So first of all, we talked about decentralized. What are the advantages and the benefits of being decentralized? Decentralized marketing is created with an automated contract that offers maximum security and sustainability. A smart contract is an automatic execution algorithm. It exists in the Tron blockchain, one of the top cryptocurrencies out there. So Tron is the number 15 most popular cryptocurrency in the world. There are thousands of them. Of course, Bitcoin is number one. And smart contracts like cryptocurrencies are decentralized. They work strictly according to underlying programming and without the possibility of any changes being done once it has been uploaded. The code that contains all the logic of the contract expiration is on the blockchain, and all calculations are provided by millions of computers around the world. This ensures that there is no risk of hacking into the smart contract or stopping the project. All right. And so when you start looking at Facade smart contract and this Tron smart contract, there are two parts to the program. There is X3 and there is X4. X3, you'll notice there are three circles below each level. There are multiple levels in the program. Those circles represent contributions that you receive from the community. In X4, it's the same way. You see two circles on the first level, four circles on the second level. Those circles also represent contributions from the community and a sequence in which those contributions are paid out. Very soon, we're going to have X Gold marketing coming up very soon. And this allows us to tap into this community at deeper levels, increasing the amount of contributions that we can receive. So X Gold will be released soon. It's being worked on right now. We don't have a specific date, but we know it is coming. When you look at this X Gold community, what you see here are 30 places within this community. And there are 4 lines. 2 people on the first line, 4 people on the second line, 8 people on the third line, and 16 people on the fourth line. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. When you look at the overall structure, you will see that there are multiple donation levels. There are actually 15 donation levels in both parts of the program. They both work simultaneously. And the funding potential is life-changing. A person can get involved with as little as 200 Tron. We're going to show you how much that is in just a moment. And literally, simply by growing and participating in the growth of the community, they can upgrade through all of these contribution levels and qualify to receive contributions at all of these levels over and over again as we grow this community to empower people around the world. Again, all the contributions are paid out instantly to your private wallet in real time, and it can be converted into any currency around the world in a matter of minutes. Okay? And so on the X Gold, as we mentioned earlier, this also has 15 levels, and it's 200 Tron for a person to get involved here. And then the person can also upgrade out of their proceeds, and so that they can qualify on all 15 levels. And the funding potential as we grow this community can absolutely be life-changing to the person who is focused and just consistently sharing and inviting people to join us. So let me do this. Let's go ahead and come out of this, and let's show you what the current price of Ethereum is right now. And let me go right here. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So I'm going to be jumping around a little bit so that you can get the best education, ladies and gentlemen. So if you wanted to find out the current value of Tron, you simply Google Tron to USD calculator. And so I click on this. It takes me to this site, Coin Kodak, all right? Codex. And I come right here and I can actually put it in right here. So does anybody remember how much Tron do you need to get started in Facade? All right. You need 200 Tron. All right. So let's just put 200 Tron right here. I want you to see there. That's $5, ladies and gentlemen, $5.26. There's about a 25-cent transaction fee. Sometimes it's even less than that. So we're talking about less than $6, and a person can get involved here. Once they participate and they make a contribution to help someone within our community, they just have one job. What is that? Invite others to join us, become active in the community, be consistent, and they can literally participate in the growth of this community, and they can generate a tremendous amount of funding without ever having to go back in their pocket again. And now once the X Gold is released, then the total out of pocket would be 400 Tron, ladies and gentlemen. And 400 Tron, as you can see here, still less than $11 one time out of pocket. All right, so X Gold is not available yet. We'll let you know when it is released. Okay. Now, the other thing I want to show you here is that when you log into the back office, you simply go to trxfacade.io here, and the great thing about this is that it's open source, so anybody can literally come in here and they can type in any account number and they can literally see the back office. This is why you know it's real. Everything is transparent, everything is verifiable, ladies and gentlemen. So you can come here and type in any account number. You can go right in here and you can see what these various accounts are doing. Okay, so I want you to think about this. So you have a project, a smart contract that's completely secure, where all you have to do is share it with other people that they can join with as little as $6 one time out of pocket. And the whole idea is everyone growing the community by being active in the community, everybody referring 3 people or more. Do you understand that with just a few referrals, ladies and gentlemen, that this could provide potentially tens of thousands of dollars of funding in your pocket? And it can do it over and over again as the community grows, because the wealth is in the community. The people have power. You need to understand that Walmart would not be successful if it weren't for the customers that supported it. Governments would not be successful if it wasn't for the citizens that pay taxes. All right? Nonprofits wouldn't be successful if it wasn't for supporters that contributed. So what does that mean? The people have wealth, but the people don't know how to leverage that wealth together to help themselves. We're helping everybody else but ourselves. This is why this is so significant. Here is a way that we can empower one another, ladies and gentlemen, in a very secure environment. And all we have to do is participate in the growth of the community. This is why this is so powerful. And this is why it's happening right now, because if the people around you don't get it, you can get on the internet and you can share this with people all across the world. All right. And so you can see here on this particular slide here at this particular account here, you can see this person has upgraded all the way to level 12 right here. And this was done out of proceeds. All right. There's only 3 more levels to go. So what happens when this person has contributed at all these levels? Then this person has no more contributions to make, ladies and gentlemen. And this person just has cash flow coming in that they can use to change their lives. But the thing you need to understand, you are receiving contributions all along the way. If you need some money that you have received, you just go ahead and you take it, because it's all in your wallet. Nobody can touch it. And so there are 2 parts to the program. There is X3, which is all about the people that you personally refer. And then you have X4. X4 is what we call the team build. You'll notice right here, where do these people come from? They can be invited by you. They could be invited by someone who started before you, someone who came in after you, or people who have upgraded ahead of their inviter. This is us working together in support of one another. And the contributions can be life-changing. All right. And then very soon, we know we have X Gold coming. That's going to be exciting in itself. We just have to be consistent in getting the message out and watch and see what will happen for you and I and our funding goals. Now, that completes an overview. We've got a ton of videos about this on the internet. You can get in contact with the person who invited you on the call. They will answer questions for you as well. But what I want to do is go ahead and take a few questions. And so if you have a question, you can actually type your question in the chat box over there. And if you have a question, we'll take a few moments to get your questions answered. Does anyone have any questions about TRX Facade? All right. So hopefully you didn't come in too late and you didn't miss everything. But if you have a question, you can go ahead and type it in the chat box. So we do these overviews 4 times a week, Tuesday at 12 noon and 7 p.m. Eastern, and then also Thursday at 12 noon 7 p.m. Eastern. We also have a Facebook group. Get in contact with the person who invited you here. They'll invite you to that Facebook group for additional information. Are there any questions or comments? You can type them in the chat box. So if you fail to activate a new level in X3, then you will not be able to receive contributions at that level. Remember, you only have to upgrade to each level one time. All right. And so let's say you upgraded all the way to level 3 and you have received at least 2 contributions here. That's enough for you to upgrade, but you don't upgrade. What means is that you cannot receive any more contributions at level 3. Yep, because in order for you to continue to receive contributions here, you have to open this up again. And the way you open this up again is by contributing to the next level. So you only have to contribute to each level one time. So let me show you here. You see this person? They referred 45 people. All right. They completed level 1 23 times. The first 2 contributions went to this person. The last contribution went to the sponsor and opened up this level all over again. So this person had to pay for level 1 one time by making a 100 Tron contribution, which we know is about $2.50. Okay. But this person received contributions at this level 2 times 23, 46 times. This is why you want to upgrade. You only have to upgrade one time, but that qualifies you to receive contributions over and over again at each one of these levels. This is why you want to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Let's go see if we have another question. You can type your question in the chat box. Okay, so you have Bitcoin, you have to turn it into Tron. So you can do that in an exchange. There's a ton of exchanges out there. You can go to Binance, you can go to Coinbase, but you can also download the Tron wallet. So there's a wallet that you can download on your phone. It's called Tron Wallet. And you can convert the Bitcoin into Tron right through the wallet. We have videos that can show you how to do that. Thank you for that question. All right, next question, ladies and gentlemen. Next question. If you have a question, go ahead and type it in the chat box. Okay. Johanna Claudia, I unmuted you. You have a question?
Yes. I was trying to find out because I couldn't see where to leave the message, like the text to that.
Mhm.
Yeah, I want to go ahead and sign up. I just want to know, like, I know you said we can download the Tron wallet, and what
Sure.
other options? I'm sorry, what other options do we have?
Okay. Now, who invited you here?
Alex. I can't think of his name. I just remember Alex something.
Okay. All right. So you want to get in contact with Alex. Alex can show you exactly what you need to do.
Okay.
And
Fine.
yeah, we have videos that walk you through that. But yeah, you want to reach out to Alex. He can get you straight.
Yes, I want to make sure he get the credit. I thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Uh-huh.
All right. I see we have D Minor. I'm going to unmute you. You have a question? D Minor, you can unmute yourself if you have a question. I see you have your hand raised.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes. Welcome to the call.
Appreciate it, man. I don't know if you said it and if I missed it, and if I did, please excuse me. But what is the anticipated release time on Osage Gold, X Gold?
Oh, we don't know. We know they're working on it, and the worst thing they can do is give you a date and then be late. So we prefer that they don't give us a date until they're absolutely ready. So we do know they're working on it. I spoke with Lotto, and they're working on it, and they won't release it until it's 100% ready. So,
Hey, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Good question. All right, all questions are good questions. If you have a question, this is the time for you to ask, and you can type it in the chat box, or you can raise your hand. When I didn't open another level in X3 early, I got a notice that my Trons were given to my upline. What does that mean? Yeah, if you don't open the appropriate level to qualify for that contribution, it passes over you and it goes to your sponsor. So remember, you only have to upgrade to each level one time, and you've already received the contributions to do it. And so you only have to do it one time. You should do it. but you don't have to. The system doesn't make you do it. It's voluntary, and that's good. What is the cash equivalent to each level in X3? Well, you actually can see it. Now you have to go and do the conversion yourself. Okay, I can't convert all of these, but you can see it's 100 Tron, 200 Tron, and 400 Tron. Okay, in X3. And so we know that 100 Tron is about, $3 and change, whatever it is. But you can go here yourself. You just type in Tron to USD conversion. So you see 100 Tron it's not even $3. So you have 100 Tron, 200 Tron, and 400 Tron. That's 700 Tron. All right. So this is something that you can do yourself. But 700 Tron, that's less than $20 to upgrade to level 3 in X3. See, what I want you to understand, ladies and gentlemen, it's not even about the money. The money is like minuscule. And it's not that we don't have the money. You have the money because you have to have the money to survive. It's that we haven't learned how to partner together and leverage that money so that we can create more. That's what projects and smart contracts like this enable us to do. The people just have to have a level of understanding. This is one of the fastest ways to change things economically for the middle class, is for the middle class to support one another. We support everybody else, but we don't support each other. And that's what these smart contracts, cryptocurrency, and this does. It enables us to do this, but not just with a few people that live around the corner, but with a group of people that literally can wrap around the world. And the funding potential is unprecedented. If the people you're talking to don't get it, just talk to some more people. Make sense? All right. Let's see if we have any more questions here. All right. So hopefully that answers your question. Michael, do you now know how to determine what the conversion rates are, Michael? No, this is not multi-level marketing. That's multi-level marketing is totally different. Okay. Let's see. All right. I don't see any other questions. Okay. So that is all we have for right now. Let's see. D Minor, I see you raise your hand one more time. Actually, I think you took it down. You took it down. Okay, cool. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you, Chocolate. She said, my background is loud, but I just wanted to say I'm so happy we found this solution together. Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen, we have something special here. I hope that you can see that. It is already proven successful, and now we're just going to the next level when we deal with Tron. Yeah. Do you think the government will get jealous that people are getting empowered and will try to stop it? Well, here's the thing. You never want to tempt or provoke the government by telling the government what it can or cannot do, because the government, they feel that they can do whatever they want, right? Well, here's the thing. If the people are prosperous, that benefits the government. Why? Because the people will pay more taxes, they'll participate in more services, and they'll do a lot of things. So it's a positive for people to be successful. It's actually positive for governments. That's how I look at it. So this is called Visage. Visage is not a company. It's a smart contract. A smart contract is a computer code. It's not owned by anyone. It's the community that participates with the computer code. So if you were here at the beginning, you know exactly what a smart contract is, and you're welcome to Google it. You can easily find out what a smart contract is all over the internet. Can you kindly explain how the spillover works in X4 and how you get paid? All right. So I don't want to do that right now. That's basically going to cause me to get right back into the presentation. I don't want to do that, Ralph. What I would suggest is you watch one of the videos. The person who invited you here can share with you a video that would explain that in detail. Can you put all the Tron videos in a file section on Facebook? I'll do what I can. I'll do the best I can. Okay. And you can also go to YouTube and Google, and there'll be a ton of videos there to help you with that as well. All right. So thank you, Michael. Thank you, everyone, for your questions and your participation. Really appreciate all of you. Again, get in contact with the person who invited you on the call. They will get your questions answered. Robin, did you have anything you wanted to add before we close out?
Oh, no, just great presentation, Mark. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you. Get back in contact with the person who invited you here for more information. Look out our Facebook group, and there'll be additional information there for you as well. Thank you so much. Everyone have a great evening. Goodbye for now.